Appreciate it. This is Black Shy Guy. Thanks for sitting at my table. Before I start streaming some Rogue, because I'm going to grind hard, because I want to get Scorch into double. I want to max out Scorch already. I really want to max out Scorch. I want to get her to like, I want to get her to 10 already. And I don't know if I'm going to play with any other character or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to play with the other characters. I think I'm going to just stick to Scorch and Vi. I'm not feeling Kestra. Kestra is a really good character, but she's like, her gun is not to my liking, and her powers are good, but even her grenade is not all that fantastic. It bounces way off target a lot of times, even when you ample bounce it before the target. It just doesn't. She just doesn't fit my She just doesn't fit my playstyle. I mean, she doesn't. I like Vi. I love characters that control spacing, and that's what Scorch and Vi does. Oh my God, that's what Scorch and Vi does. You know what I mean? That's what Scorch and Vi does. They control spacing. That was my phone. I apologize for that. So I'm gonna stick with Scorch and Vi. If they come out with another character that can control spacing, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? But other than that, those are the two characters I'm gonna stick with. I might try out one other character. I'm liking the medic, but who knows? But anyway, let's get into this discussion. All right? Because I got a couple of things that people are already going crazy about. You know what I mean? Let's take a look. Let's go. All right, I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know what's going on with The Last of Us. We got the casting up already. You know what I mean? We got Pascal as Joel, and we got Bella Ramsey as Ellie. Okay? I'm really happy about Bella Ramsey. I'm really happy. I'm really happy for her. I'm glad she got a role now that's gonna basically put her up there in the internet. You know what I mean? She's really never talked about. Even when she was in Game of Thrones, she wasn't talked about. And her character was amazing in Game of Thrones. Her character was amazing in Game of Thrones. Hold on, let me take a sip of my drink. Her character was very, very interesting in Game of Thrones. Unfortunately, she died in like, the character in Game of Thrones died. Hopefully I'm not spoiling for everybody. But if you didn't watch Game of Thrones yet, then I don't know what the hell you were doing. Because Game of Thrones was amazing. All right, we know the ending sucked. Okay? We know the ending sucked. But let's not even dive into the ending. But her character in Game of Thrones was amazing. Was utterly amazing. But we got a lot of people who are not happy with the casting. Because obviously they're saying that putting Pedro Pascal as Joe is trying to push another agenda. Obviously that discussion is spiking up in the internet after the previous fire of Gina Carano. That's another story that I might touch up on. And look at this kid. I mean, we got this kid. I mean, I don't want to shout nobody out, but what we got this kid. Ellie's supposed to be a cute kid though. I mean, Ramsey is getting torched. Because she's gonna play Ellie, and I'm so happy for this actor. But now, I for some reason I knew they was gonna talk about her look, because obviously we know Ellie's a very cute kid. We know that. But Ramsey is not ugly whatsoever. She has a unique look. See, people don't appreciate unique. They only want to trash down and tear down whatever looks different or whatever. Ramsey has a unique look. For some reason, a lot of people think she's ugly. She is not ugly. She's not close to ugly at all. She has a unique look. To me, I don't know with you guys. If I was that age or whatever, she would make me turn, because there's really no girl that looks like her really that much. Because that unique look she has. She has the button face, you know what I mean? She's a cute girl. But people don't appreciate anything. They just want to insult and tear her down. But they don't like her as Ellie, is what I'm trying to get at. They don't like her as Ellie at all. And some people don't like Pascal as Joe, because they're saying they're trying to push an agenda. Once again, people are trashing The Last of Us, Naughty Dog, everything that has to deal with The Last of Us. People are trashing. It's never gonna change. Last of Us is gonna be forever teared down unless they release the sequel that basically you kill Abby. I think that's when everybody's gonna be happy and love The Last of Us again. When you kill Abby, that's when they're gonna start liking The Last of Us again. But other than that, we got a lot of people throwing insults here. We got a lot of people appreciating the casting, though. You know what I mean? Because for me, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like Pascal as Joel. I don't. I really don't like it. But Pascal, I'm not gonna knock it. Pascal is a really, really good actor. He's a good actor. Is he Jared Leto? No, he's not Leto. He's not Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's a good actor. He was amazing in Game of Thrones. I was so pissed off that his character died, but we all knew in the story that his character was gonna die. Nonetheless, he was an amazing actor in Game of Thrones. But him as Joel, I just don't see it. A lot of people like it because of diversity. You know what I mean? Which is another thing that I do like. I like the diversity of adding Pascal as Joel because it does improve the diversity of the film. But I mean, look, even Hugh Jackman looks way better as Joel, as this gentleman portrayed it. Hugh Jackman as Joel would have been better. Obviously, we know that, and plus, Hugh Jackman is a way better actor. We know that. But Pascal is not a bad actor. Let me put emphasis on that. He's not a bad actor. But I'm glad there's some people that really can't wait for it. You know what I mean? They really can't wait for the fact that The Last of Us is gonna be released. And this is what I'm saying. Pedro Pascal with a full beard, like this gentleman puts it, will be perfect. Imagine Pascal with a full beard. Maybe he may change my mind. He may change my mind. Pascal with a full beard may change my mind. It would be interesting to see. You know what I mean? I mean, right now, that's not Joe. Stop it. Let's stop. Whoever, I mean, if you're gonna edit the photo, at least put him with a full beard. You know what I mean? Put him with a full beard, and then we can talk. And you know what I mean? That's perfect. She's perfect like that. That's fine that they left it like that. I hope they do put a shade of red on her hair, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Because as we know, when they make the show, things always change a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad look if they kind of put some reddish in her hair like that. But other than that, there's some people who also, I mean, what the hell is this? That is so bad. That's bad editing right there. I mean, but this guy is saying what a joke it is. You know what I mean? This guy is throwing up. I mean, it's I just don't like the fact of what Ramsey is getting. This is her, to me, this could be her breakout role to really push her up there. You know what I mean? If this show ends up being a home run, this can really push her up there. I even followed her on her social media. If you could take a look, I followed her on her social media. She's already putting the news out there that she's gonna play Ellie. You know what I mean? And that's good. I followed her because I really want her to blow up with this role because I really loved her in Game of Thrones. I really loved her character in Game of Thrones. She really made that character shine. Her portrayal of that character in Game of Thrones was epic. But I followed her and I followed her there. But other than that, I mean, I really hope the show does do good. I mean, we all know the beatdown Naughty Dog has been getting. You know what I mean? We all know that. But, I mean, we still want the show at least to do good because you know who's going to benefit from that? We're going to benefit from that. You know what I mean? We're going to benefit from that if the show ends up being good. Why would you want the fall of a possible great show like The Last of Us? You know? I mean, why would you want that? I mean, TV is bad as it is now. We need another show. You know what I mean? We need another show. And basically, The Last of Us would be epic. It would be epic. The Last of Us being one of the good shows that I can finally get off some type of comic book show because that's all basically I've been watching is comic book shows like WandaVision and etc. I finally want to at least stray off and watch another decent show that doesn't involve superheroes and web slinging off buildings. You know what I mean? I finally can go back to some type of zombie show like The Last of Us. You know what I mean? Which would be great, because Walking Dead was great, but Walking Dead just tanked. To me, oh my God, they really tanked that show, and I'm not even gonna get into that. That's another video, another discussion, because Walking Dead just sank down to the pile of garbage that it turned out to be. But Pedro Pascal, are they pushing an agenda for the fact that Naughty Dog did basically agree to him portraying Joel? Are they pushing an agenda for the simple fact that a lot of people know that he has pronouns in his profile? You know what I mean? They, them, whatever the case may be. You know, which I have no problem with. I have no problem with him putting pronouns in his bio. I have no problem with that. But the fact that Naughty Dog has chosen an actor who has pronouns in his bio is gonna basically emphasize the fact of what Naughty Dog has been trying to do all along. And that's what kind of worries me, because the fact that everybody knows they've been trying to push an agenda with Abby, which to me, it turned out to be a great story nonetheless. But the fact that that's turning out to be basically the I don't know. I mean, Naughty Dog's downfall, I guess. I mean, I won't even say that it's downfall, but it's basically Naughty Dog's Achilles heel. That they're pushing the agenda, that they're pushing what society is trying to push now upon us. I mean, I just don't want Naughty Dog to be held accountable for something like that. I don't want them to be like, well, I don't want people. Let me correct that. I don't want people to be like, well, they picked Pascal only because he pushes the agenda of the LGBT community. You know what I mean? That he pushes that agenda. So Naughty Dog jumped on the opportunity to push it further down everybody's throat who purchased the game, or anybody else new who's gonna try to watch the show that is gonna be released. And that is what's gonna kill Naughty Dog. That's what's gonna kill this show. That's what's gonna make us lose some viewers who can possibly enjoy this show, but they can't get over the fact that there is an agenda trying to be pushed. You know what I mean? They can't get over the fact. I mean, whether an agenda is trying to be pushed or not, will the show be good is all that I care about. That's all that I care about. If the show is good. I don't care about if they're trying to push an agenda, because I got more things in the world to worry about than a company trying to push some sort of agenda down my throat. You know what I mean? If you don't believe in that agenda, then you shouldn't worry about it. You know what I mean? But I'm not worried about that agenda. I'm not going to fall for that agenda. Do I have a problem with what they're pushing? No, I don't have a problem with anybody putting pronouns in their bio or whatever the case may be. I don't have a problem with the LGBT community at all whatsoever. So let them push it if they want. Maybe that's not even what they're trying to do, but I have to admit it. The evidence is on the table, and it seems like they are trying to push it. And it further grows with the casting of Pedro Pascal. It does. You know what I mean? Especially with the things that he's been putting on his Twitter. Not as of late, but in the past, which in turn should have got him fired for the simple fact that Gina Carano was fired recently for her post. But they didn't fire Pedro Pascal for his past post, which I would not put on the stream at all. But you should know what he did post in the past. But I mean, all of that, it's so much drama that's going to be involved with this show already, and it's not even out yet. You know what I mean? The people calling for Pedro Pascal's job. I mean, I don't ever want anybody to lose their job for what they posted on social media. It's a free country. You should post whatever you want, and whoever doesn't agree with it should just respectfully not go to your post. I mean, unfollow, or even just put something down in the comments that shows common sense and shows respect for the fact that you don't agree, but you're willing to agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But we all know people are not like that nowadays. There's a lot of keyboard warriors. So they're going to put insults down in the comments instead of having a light-hearted discussion about what you agree or disagree with. But we all know that this show comes with controversy already, despite it not even being released. And it all involves Pedro Pascal. It all involves him. For his posting and on his social media, for him not being fired, even though that's all said and done with, but it has been brought up for the simple fact that Gina Carano herself has been fired. And Gina Carano, I mean, let's talk about that. You know, I mean, she's bouncing back. This is her Twitter. She's bouncing back with Ben Shapiro. If you don't know who Ben Shapiro is, I don't know what rock you've been living under. But Ben Shapiro is already fighting also for Gina Carano. Basically, his February 12th post says they can't cancel us if we don't let them. Memberships now 25% off. If you're interested in joining that membership, the promo code is Gina. But Gina also is behind it. This is just the beginning. Welcome to the rebellion. She's basically making her first movie on Livewire. Her first movie. I don't know how they're going to fund it. I don't know if it comes out of her own pocket or if Livewire is entirely going to fund the movie. I don't even know what kind of movie it's going to be. But the fact that this is her bounce back after getting fired from Disney for posting something on her social media, which she's basically entitled to do so because that's her social media. It's a free country, free speech. She should be entitled to do whatever she wants with her social media. But we all know that there's something that's called cancel culture that does exist. People don't want to admit that it does exist, but people who are not buried under the rock know that it does exist. That people can actually call for your job if they don't like what you post. It's utterly ridiculous that these companies are even entertaining that. But that's neither here nor there, which, I mean, it is what it is. She's trying to bounce back with this. You know what I mean? Because even her agents let her go. They fired her agents. They're no longer sponsoring Gina Carano whatsoever. So this is basically her social media. Gina Carano hits back, announces new movie project with Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. I apologize. Daily Wire, basically. You know what I mean? I don't know what movie it's gonna be. Is it gonna be about the cancel culture? Is it gonna be about the fact that she lost her job trying to basically take, not advantage, but for free speech? You know what I mean? For free speech. It's crazy. Free speech. She got fired for free speech. You know what I mean? So I don't know what type of movie this is gonna be, but I hope she bounces back strong. I hope she shows Disney that despite you advocating for these people who calls for the livelihood of people who want to voice their own opinion, I'm speechless. It's like this world is turning into a joke. It's turning into a joke. You know what I mean? I mean, literally, people can call for your job if they don't like what you post or they don't agree with what you post. They can call for your job. You know, it's like when you get a contract now with either Disney or Warner Brothers or whatever the case, whoever. No matter what that contract says, if the cancel culture don't like what you posted and they round up enough people to hashtag fire so-and-so, you can lose your job. You know what I mean? You can lose your job. You can lose your job. I don't understand that. You can lose your job if they don't like what you post, is what I'm saying. You can utterly lose your job. No ifs, ands, or buts. You post whatever they don't like, and they read it, and they go, you know what? I don't agree with this person. I want their job. Let me grab 50 people, and that 50 people grab additional people, and we can hashtag until they get that person fired. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, and that's what happened with Gina Carano, and that's what a lot of people are wondering why it didn't happen to Pedro Pascal when he posted what he posted. So, despite us getting a Last of Us show that is gonna come out, there's no release date. If there is a release date, let me know. If there is a release date, but I don't see any release date. But when that show comes out, the amount of comments that's gonna be below on the social media of that show is gonna be crazy. The amount of people that's gonna post things about the show, about why this guy is still acting despite what he posted, but you always wanted a strong role model, a woman who can portray a strong character for the ladies out there to look up to, but then you immediately fired her when she posted something. But this man can post something. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. And they got legs to stand on if they say things like that, which they're already saying. They're already saying you got rid of a strong woman, but you kept the guy who basically posted not exactly what she posted, but posted something very offensive nonetheless. So to me, it's not offensive. But if you find Gina Carano's posting offensive, then Pedro's should offend you also. Pedro's posting should offend you also. Definitely. So the fact that they fired her, they should have fired him. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. So, I mean, let's see how this Last of Us does. Hopefully it's successful despite what's the controversy that's going to be surrounding it. Other than that, I'm Black Shy Guy. I'm about the game.